October is here and there are a lot of concerts coming to the Metro Detroit area, and I'm going to give you a rundown in just a moment, but you're going to want to subscribe because this month we've got a whole bevy, and yep, I use the word bevy, of videos coming out. So we've got the October music videos, we've got the October Halloween videos, the adult version, we've got the kid version, we've got other things to do in Metro Detroit, and of course we have a cider mill video and as well as a haunted house video that we're going to be dropping this month. I got some great feedback on the October video that we did last year, so I wanted to make sure to expand on that and get you all the fun things to do in Metro Detroit this month in October 2022. My name is Mike Perna, local real estate agent here in Metro Detroit, and I would be honored to help your family make your next move. Whether you're looking to buy a home in Metro Detroit, sell a home in Metro Detroit, we are here to help you. And don't forget to Google us, thepernateam.com, Michael Perna Real Estate, to see any of our 2,200 reviews. On with the music. October 1st is bringing you 3 shows that probably couldn't be more different. It's really an eclectic month in music here in Metro Detroit. Post Malone's coming to the Little Caesars Arena, and this is part of his 12 Carat Toothache Tour, which is a follow-up to his last Grammy-nominated album, Hollywood's Bleeding. Wow, I don't even know how they're coming up with these names anymore. Toothache Tour, okay. Roddy Ricch, who is featured on the album single Cooped Up, has been announced as his opener. Also on October 1st, for all the old school ska fans out there, and that is School with a K, Detroit's own Mustard Plug is playing at Smalls and Hamtramck, and it has literally been over a decade since I've been to Smalls. I didn't even realize the place was still there. It's like a lifetime ago. Third is Martina McBride playing at Cobo Hall, kind of known today as the Huntington Center, because Huntington Bank wrote a nice check to get their name on it. This is also a good time to stop and acknowledge that there are 3 country fans that reached out to me and wanted me to cover more country. I am. In fact, we'll cover both types, both country and Western. October 2nd, you've got a couple of options again. First one is another ska era, but not quite ska band. Me First and the Gimme Gimmes are playing at St. Andrews Hall, which is one of my favorite venues. These guys are a cover band that take regular music like Over the Rainbow or Uptown Girl by Billy Joel and redo it with more of a pop punk style. Fun fact, at the end of the block on the opposite side of the street are the best wings in Detroit, or Metro Detroit, or probably all of Michigan. Any guesses? Sweetwater Tavern. We were looking for Sweetwater Tavern for the best wings in Detroit. Second option on October 2nd is to go see the amazing Ledisi at the Soundboard at Motor City Casino. She's got a powerful voice and she was nominated for a Grammy in 2022 in the category of Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. Man, they just keep on creating more categories, right? The Soundboard is not a large venue, so tickets are gonna go quick. I will not be buying one. Last up on October 2nd is Jack Harlow at the Fox Theater. This is his second studio album that he just released and is titled Come Home, the Kids Miss You. It was released on May 6th, and his second single, First Class, has become his second #1 on the Billboard 100 and this year's first hip-hop song to reach that position. October 4th at Little Caesars Arena is The Who, and The Who's a band that probably needs no introduction, and fun fact, the song Baba O'Reilly, whose intro has graced dozens of movies, has over 440 million downloads on Spotify. This show is definitely bringing the noise with his guest Stephen Page, formerly of the Bare Naked Ladies. Hard rock and heavy metal lovers out there, it is your turn. Over at Pine Knob on October 5th is coming Five Finger Death Punch, Megadeth, and The Who, H-U, on the same stage. 3 bands that are long-standing giants of heavy metal, so if that's your style, get out there. Also on October 5th, but back at Little Caesars Arena, it's time for the Gorillaz. Now, this was a band I was really into back in the early 2000s, but peep this. Damon Albarn was the frontman and singer for the English band Blur. Let's play a snip of that.
Buy a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy.
In 1998, he left and formed the Gorillaz. Let's get a little bit of those vocals.
Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me.
Okay, now I can totally hear it. I can totally put them side by side, those vocals. Definitely a lead singer of Blur is the lead singer of Gorillaz. Just found that one out. The Gorillaz was less an English pop punk band, going more with a hip-hop electronic style music approach. On October 6th, Lizzo, a Detroit native, is at Little Caesars Arena. Lizzo is an award-winning singer, songwriter, rapper, and actress, and Latto, the opener, is a rapper and winner of the first season of Lifetime's Rap Game. Motor City Soundboard on October 7th is welcoming Brian McKnight. Fun fact about McKnight, he was signed with Motown Records from 1998 until 2004, so seeing him in Detroit is actually kind of special. Besides his immense talent as a singer, songwriter, and actor, record producer, and radio host, he is a multi-instrumentalist. He actually plays a lot of instruments. On that same day over at the Fox Theater, the headliner is none other than Demi Lovato, with Royal and the Serpent as the opening act. Demi Lovato used to be a kid star with Disney, the latest in a long line of kid stars, which include, of course, course, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Zac Efron, Katherine Heigl, Ryan Gosling, and the Jonas Brothers. And Disney probably could have just kept them instead of releasing them out into the wild. I would have been totally fine with that. Little Caesars Arena is home for the next 3 concerts on our list. On October 8th, the Killers come to town, and the Killers are a complete package. These guys put on a wonderful show. The first time I saw them was at Lollapalooza, I think in 2013 as a headliner, and then again at Pine Knob that same year. These guys have real showmanship, and opening for the Killers is guitarist Johnny Marr, who rose to fame in the 80s with the cult British band, The Smiths. On October 9th, you can see the iconic Iron Maiden, and I gotta say that after 40 years, these guys still have it. I saw a show of theirs not too long ago. Their live show is super powerful and it's really intense, and even though only 2 members of the 1980 band are still active, founder and leader bassist Steve Harris and lead guitarist David Murray are just as powerful on stage as they've ever been. After all the years on stage, Iron Maiden has not lost a step. At the Magic Bag on October 10th is a little-known band that started as the Refreshments with 1 radio hit before breaking up. Frontman Roger Klein is now Roger Klein and the Peacemakers, and they come to Michigan a couple of times a year, usually to the Magic Bag, and worth the ticket. It's mostly like a rockabilly out of Arizona type of music with major influences that include Better Than Ezra. Fun fact, in 1997, who was number 2 on the billboards? Ezra. Who was number 1? Better Than Ezra. On October 10th, Michael Bublé will be here. I always want to call him Bubble, and his voice is marvelous, and he gives his heart and soul to his audience, and I cannot tell you how much he loves his fan. I am 100% uninterested in seeing him. However, my mother loves him, so we will probably be going to see him. In fact, it'll be a nice mom-son type thing. Maybe bring my dad as well. As for myself, not into the music, but I respect his stagemanship. All right, changing venues now over at the Masonic Temple on October 11th is Death Cab for Cutie. These guys are an alternative rock band that was formed in Bellingham, Washington in 1997. These guys got together as a side project and quickly became one of the most exciting groups to emerge on the indie rock stage in the early 2000s. They've been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards. The band's 10th studio album, Asphalt Meadows, is out mid-September, and their new song, Roman Candles, is out now. Where have I been that Death Cab for Cutie has like 10 albums? Am I getting that old? No, I'm not that old. Okay. I actually had a chance to get to Bellingham earlier in the year for work. Small town, great outdoors, great hiking. I'd actually, 10 out of 10 would recommend. And at the Royal Oak Music Theater on October 12th, the Toadies are playing, which is a great one-hit wonder late 1990s band, and coming with them is the Reverend Horton Heat. I have not heard of him or them. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'll probably be there. October 14th brings R&B artist Ne-Yo to the Fox Theater. Famous for songwriting, producing, dancing, and acting, this guy has done it all, and done it all exceptionally well. He's racked up awards and nominations from the Grammys to the American Music Awards to the BET Awards and more. His opening act will be another award-winning R&B artist, Trey Songz. October 18th at the Fillmore, AWOL Nation is coming to town. Since getting together in 2010, led by multi-talented musician and songwriter Aaron Bruno, AWOL Nation has been said to have redefined alternative music. They deliver a super fun, high-energy charged concert that you can really feel the music. Continuing with the show, Butch Walker will be visiting St. Andrews Hall on October 19th with opener Aaron Lee Tasjan. Now, Butch Walker is a veteran rocker that's penned hits for everyone from Weezer to Avril Lavigne to Dashboard Confessional and Fall Out Boy. Although his name has not necessarily been in lights over the last 20 years, his words definitely have, as he's written multiple hits for each one of these guys. Now, lately his solo work is his main claim to fame. His last 3 albums have all peaked at number 1 on the Billboard's Heat Seeker charts, and rightfully so, because he somehow managed to sound both timeless and fresh at the same time. From rock to pop, Young Bay is going to be at the Majestic Theater on October 21st. While you're there, feel free to go bowling and grab a slice of pizza, because that's what you do at the Majestic. He is a heck of a showman and has an extensive catalog spread across 7 albums. The music will really grab you with a sound design that spans between smooth pop, jazz, funk, and old school hip hop. And on October 21st, Kool and the Gang is coming to town. These guys have sold tens of millions of albums worldwide, and they've influenced a whole generation of singers like Chris Cross, Jermaine Dupri, Snoop Dogg, and De La Soul, as well as a lot of others, I'm sure. And they're coming to the Music Hall Center in Detroit. On October 27th, Queen Cerith will open for Judas Priest at the Masonic Temple. The British heavy metal powerhouse has released 22 albums over 4 decades, and they've laid a lot of the groundwork for where heavy metal music is in the 80s, and their 2 guitar attack rev-up blues-based riffs 40 years later are still touring, treating heavy metal fans to extravagant live shows, spirited renditions of their legitimately unmistakable anthems. We've all heard them. The Fillmore will have a packed night on October 22nd as well. Their lineup that day includes Dean Del Rey, Ashlyn Kraft, Neil Francis, and the 26-year-old guitar phenomenon and songwriter Marcus King as the headliner. So if you want to see an up-and-comer, that's the place to be. And also on the 22nd, Airborne Toxic Event is playing at one of my favorite venues, St. Andrews Hall. October 23rd, the Rex come to St. Andrews Hall with their Better Than Ever tour. The Rex draw influence from the Pixies, the Strokes, Weezer, Vampire Weekend, and a couple other awesome bands. Their music has been described as energetic and eclectic, as well as alternative rock and pop punk. At the Crowfoot Ballroom on October 23rd, Gwar is coming, as they tend to do before every Halloween, and I just cannot wrap my head around their music. I'm not even gonna try to piece that one together, but I've seen videos of their shows and it looks like it's kind of highly entertaining. They do a lot of costumey type of things. They dress up in like oversized, I don't know. Let's roll a little clip of it. It's interesting.
So sick of you, the things you say, and now the things you do. Don't you know? I am so sick of you, the things you say.
And here's a show I can get behind. Marcus Mumford will be at the Fillmore on October 25th. This is the same British-American singer, songwriter, musician, record producer, and lead singer of the band Mumford & Sons. He also plays a number of instruments with the group, including guitar, drums, and mandolin, and he's flying solo this time, and the A's are his opening act. The late 90s one-hit wonder band and most overplayed band of 1997, Tantric, is coming to the Machine Shop. They're still around. No other comment on that. And last on our list for October, on the 28th at the Masonic Temple, are the Piano Guys. And this show is a treat. It is a multimedia event. And honestly, I love a good piano. I'm still trying to learn how to play piano. Like, I'm actively taking lessons and figuring it out, and I'm terrible. So I really have a lot of respect for these guys that not only do it, but do it exceptionally well. And I love the multimedia production approach using cutting-edge technology and also a little bit of humor. Now, before we get to the comedy, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please give this video a like. I would be truly grateful. And if we can help you with your upcoming real estate move, whether you're looking to purchase a home or get a home on the market, we would be honored to receive your phone call. First up is Bill Maher, who has a pseudo-news show on HBO and is the headline at the Fox Theater on October 8th. One of my favorites that wrote a lot of coming-of-age movies that I grew up with, Kevin Smith, is going to be at the Fillmore October 16th. And he's the guy that wrote Clerks, Mallrats, and got Stan Lee to do a cameo, Chasing Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Dogma, and Jersey Girl. In most of these movies, he played a character called Silent Bob with almost no line. October 20th to 22nd, performing 5 shows at Mark Ridley's castle, is Dave Attell, who is no stranger to the castle. I had the chance to see him about 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, but he puts on a worthwhile show. On October 21st, Jeff Dunham is at the Fox with his own brand of comedy. This guy is a ventriloquist by trade and took that skill and built on it a comedy show with a host of characters that show up and usually heckle him. He got his start when he was just 8 years old in 1970 when his mom bought him his first puppet, Mortimer Snurd. Finally, one of my favorites on October 28th, and I'll probably be there, is Kathleen Madigan. Over her 27-year career, she's been on pretty much every show and stage that I can think of, from Conan to Letterman to Leno, just to name a few. My name is Mike Burnett. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We have a lot of great content coming down the pipe, and if we can help you and your family with your next home purchase or your next home sale, give us a call. Numbers on the screen, and don't forget to Google us because reviews matter. Michael Perno Reviews to see any of our 2,200 plus 5-star Google reviews. Thank you again, and catch you on the next video.